Hi, my name's host Eric, and I'm here with famous person Fileskies. Why aren't there more NT girls on the channel? Type in with a thumb. Uh, well, I would argue that possibly there's a couple of reasons for that. One, chicks don't like me. That's number one reason. But Zach, I think, will bring plenty of chicks around probably. Why don't chicks like me? Hmm, that's a good question. I mean, obviously, I'm doing something wrong. Um, I used to be too timid and too nice and stuff. Yeah, I can cook. I'm a pretty good cook. Cook some things. I don't think I'm too nice or timid anymore, but I'm not trying it all right now. Only sometimes. I smell a little bit like a dead moose right now. But yeah, I don't really know why chicks don't like me. They never have. I mean, I understand like when I was a teenager, I just wasn't physically attractive enough, I guess, is certainly part of it. That has a lot to do with things. But that probably should be less important now for my demographic of potentials. Adult women have other priorities besides the Kirk. But it doesn't seem to have changed anything for me. It's not. I'm clearly not a viable option for most women, or pretty much any women. But I'm sure there's got to be. If I were to prioritize it, I am confident I could get a chick. Do you think they don't like my political policy? I mean, I never talked politics with my ex-wife at all, really. I don't necessarily talk politics with. I talk about things that people want to talk about. I don't just start launching into political diatribes for no good reason. I mean, I'm trying to impress them. I'm trying to be. Maybe that's my problem, right? I don't know. I mean, I shouldn't try to mod moderate my or modify my behavior to be more like what I think they want, which is probably what I do. 'Cause I don't know what chicks want, obviously. I mean, if I did, I'd be better with chicks. So I don't know. I I remember. I think it's still true. They are easily. The more of an asshole you are, the they seem to be easily fooled by that somehow. I don't quite know. Like at the debate tournament, there was. Well, she's on the video. You know that video where that chick goes like, "Finders keepers," like the SJ chick or whatever. Well, I mean, she's sexy as hell, right? I wasn't gonna go bother her. She was probably too young for me. It was my initial thought. Like she looked like she was under 30, probably. It was too young for me. But yeah, she was super loafy and sexy. But fucking Abe's brother got her phone number. But that guy's like a sociopath. I mean, he's. I mean, nothing against him personally. He never did anything wrong to me, and I have not any but positive words to say about him in my interactions with him. But I mean, if I were a chick, I I wouldn't love that. You have no idea what I'm talking about? Well, I'm talking about how chicks like or are easily taken by predatory dudes. Now, do you have an idea about what I'm speaking? One idea? You have just one, huh? What else do I want to talk about in this video? Chicks. Yeah, chicks are beyond me. You know, I mean, interesting. Predatory dudes seem more real. The fake nice ones reek of game. Right. Well, I'm not. I don't think I'm fake nice. I think I'm. I'm just more like I'm likely to censor myself more than I am to construct a bunch of nonsense. But I wouldn't. I mean, I'm pretty chatty naturally. You know, I can carry on a conversation with me and some text in the chat box, no problem. Get the app. I mean, the web thing is designed so that you can just click a link from your computer and not have to download anything. Yeah, they have an app. You can download it. Oh, well, I don't know if they have a Linux app or not. Or if you can install the Windows app, or I don't know how that works. I don't know anything about Linux. Yeah, probably, you don't have to dig very deep to reach the bottom of my computer knowledge, you know. I can fake it amongst people who don't know any better. Uh, I was around earlier. We talked a little bit about the forum and the webpage. Oh, you get the intuition points. Oh, because you just felt like I must be on? Yeah, you are typing faster. You're using an actual keyboard. You're on a computer. That's a lot better, huh? You should use a computer all the time. Do you know they're made for computing? So any computations you need to do, computer's the way to go. You can tell by the name. So what else do I have to say or think about why chicks don't like me? Obviously, I come across as probably too abrasive, I guess. Too fighty. It's just you and me. Um, well, I mean, that's to a chick who's able to observe me sort of in non-chick pursuit mode. Obviously, if yeah, I look hot in a bikini. I know. Uh, I I I work hard on this figure of mine. Okay, I know I got kind of small boobs, but that's okay because that just makes it easier for me to be a marathon runner. Um, but my bikini body aside, my challenge is finding actual bikini bodies, like women, you know. But the problem, I guess, right now is I'm just not trying. So I'm not going to find any women if I don't try. Uh, When will I be doing what? Right. Well, I mean, because I tried and cared for a little while, and it was just a whole hell of a lot of work, and it just didn't seem to be worth it at that point. I was like, okay, well, you just need to get over this. Like, I need to be in a relationship shit, and just start handling other things that are more interesting than spending too many hours trying to woo some chick, you know? Oh, when will I be running the marathon? Well, someday, maybe. You know, every day, Fileskies, I run a marathon. Some days my marathon is just getting out of bed. Other days, my marathon is an actual marathon. Or two marathons back to back. Except I'm not running them. I'm just sitting at home. It depends. Unconvincing? Alright. I guess that's pretty unconvincing. You don't believe me in my marathon pledge? I could drive a marathon. I drive a marathon all the time. Can I topic rant? What do you want me to topic rant about? Yeah, I could rant on cue, sure. Name a topic, I'll rant about it, no matter how unrantable it is. Alright, well, okay, give me the least rantable topic you can think of, and I'll rant about it. I'll time it too. Man, just hope you're not fooling anybody. Least rantable, correct. What's the least rantable topic you can think of? You have game? Is that the topic? Fileskies. Oh. What's the topic? Let's find out. Freestyle rant. What if I could include some guitar in the mix too. I have a freestyle rant song. Freestyle rant song, freestyle rant song, rant song, rant song, rant song, rant song. I'm holding you for ransom, rant song, freestyle, freestyle, rant song. What's the topic? You still haven't given me one. I enjoy the challenge of freestyle rant. So many possible topics. Why, you could choose anything from bananas to turquoise. She doesn't want me to rant anymore. I had enough of your ranting, Eric. I'm tired of your ranting. I'm tired of your ranting. I'm tired of all your ranting. All you do is rant. Avoiding pain versus whatever the option is. The other option is, well, which side am I on? You have to give me a side if I'm going to rant. I can't rant about the equality of two different positions, two different opposing positions. I hate the fact that these, I mean, good, but sure, okay. The problem with the whole criterion of avoiding pain is it implies, in fact, that somehow pain is external to us. There's an external locus of control there, right? Like, well, pain is something that happens to us, and so we just have to avoid it in order to get away from it. But in fact, we create our own pain, and we use that kind of language to try to designate pain as something that's outside of us, being forced upon us by external agents. Then we deny our own fundamental moral agency as human beings, and as a consequence, to me, I think it's bullshit. It's totally bullshit to say that you should avoid pain. Like that, you know. Well, voting or conscription. Compulsory voting is a dumb idea. Well, I mean, Why is compulsory voting a dumb idea? Well, okay. Number one, it removes from you the option of refusing to participate in the process at all as a conscientious objection to the flaws of the process, if you are in fact so inclined to conscientiously object. Number two, you can force a person to vote, but you can't force them to know anything. So, I mean, the people who don't vote are the least engaged, the least knowledgeable, and the most likely to just make a random choice. As it is, the outcomes of democratic elections correlate very poorly with the actual will and intention of the people. Well, okay, fine, but it doesn't matter if they're influenced by it or not. They're going to support somebody who is providing propaganda. Whether that's why they support them or not is irrelevant. It's not like there's one of the candidates that's not engaged in propaganda, not one of the main party candidates. A random choice generator. Well, I mean, I think we need to bypass the people, right? Have it be just like voting directly for the legislation, but beyond that, there should be some sort of like interpretation, citizen review for judicial interpretations of laws. Well, it might. The only problem I have with that is, remember, the president, if for a presidential election anyway, you're dealing with somebody who's the commander-in-chief of the military. And while the current system may produce some fucking bad choices, I think it eliminates wildly irresponsible people in the regard of the people who the bad people that get elected. They at least believe on some level that they're going to do some good. They're wrong, but as far as conscription for a military, I'm a lot more okay with. I wouldn't mind a return to the draft, at least then everybody's participating in the military. Well, because if we're gonna have a citizen army, then let it represent the citizenry. Why is it that it's generally going to be people who are taking advantage of the socio-economic offerings of a military start to young adulthood rather than representative cross-section of the culture? I don't think it should be filled with a bunch of poor people. If you're going to go fight wars, put all the poor people in the army is bullshit. Well, I mean, I'm just saying, I don't want an all-volunteer army. I'd much rather have a draft. Then people take war a lot more seriously, right? You know, well, that's what they signed up for. They chose this. They went and they made their decision to serve their country, and they're blah, blah, blah. They can't really complain about it. They signed up for it. But if you're drafting, if you draft people, then they're gonna be like, fuck no, I'm not gonna go over there and get shot at. That's not a good enough reason. Yeah. That's interesting. Drafts. But I mean, I don't think we really need a standing army, so I don't think we really need a draft either. I think we should get rid of the standing army. That's a good question. Well, sexuality is, of course. The question is, do you draft chicks? Of course, you draft gay men. I don't. Well, I mean, my argument is not a very good argument on this. I would say I would rather not draft chicks, but my argument is no better than this. It's just let the dudes have that one. We want to feel like we're being manly and protecting the chicks, you know? That's the best argument I got for it. Well, I think so. I think all dudes want to do that. I think we exalt at opportunities to be genuinely chivalrous when there's a genuine need. I don't know any urban hipsters. I mean, I do know a lot of urban hipsters actually, but I just find them in general to be stuck in that mid 20s FE thing. No, Fileskies. You're a goofball. Have I ever told you that? You're a goofy chick. Um, what's the thing? That is a thing. You're right. What's the thing? A thing is an object, Eric. It refers to the general term of FE mid 20s. Oh, yeah, totally it is. Um, and then you realize, oh my God, this has no like attainment criterion. You know, it's well for INTPs, yeah. For ENTPs, it's later. And you go, Jesus Christ, I'm just getting older and still partying and trying to be like a young person, and this is getting really depressing. You know. Because there's no outcome. It's just like, oh, well, when you're finally the coolest one, well, what happens? Uh, if I mean, I failed utterly at winning any coolness contest for my entire life. If I feel like I'm cool now, well, I mean, I don't really think about it now, I guess. But if I were to be perceived that way, I would assume it would be because I gave up trying to be cool. I still like to be I still like to be eccentric, and I still like to try to be cool. I like to. It's like it's okay now because I've admitted it, and so it takes all the power out of it. You know, it's like, oh yeah, I do want other people to go, wow, Eric's cool. Oh, I do want a lot of affirmation. I do enjoy being praised by other people. Why is that? Oh my God, that's ugly. And then you just realize, well, it's just how you are, and it's okay. And then once you accept that, then it's not really even cool anymore, right? There's nothing cool about it. after you acknowledge that you're just like hoping to get some affirmation and some attention from people, and you appreciate the fact that they're willing to spend a few minutes with you, it's not cool anymore, right? Then you're just kind of slightly pitiful. But it's okay. I mean, I don't view it as pitiful either, because for me, that was what was in the way of me being okay with myself, was this notion that I couldn't be vulnerable, you know? Now I'm okay with being vulnerable. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't feel like vulnerability. It just feels like honesty. There's not one of those definitions that's the right definition for cool. I guess calmness, composure, kind of. Right. Well, my friend Matt said to me the other day, or a couple weeks ago, or whatever it was, I messaged him and I was like, "Hey, Matt, do you want to go to dinner with me? My treat if you want to go." And he's all, "Yes." And then when we met up, he explained to me, he said, "I've been trying to say no less because uh, it's better that way, even though it's less cool." And I was like, "So are you saying no is more cool than saying yes?" And he's like, "Of course. That's what being cool is all about. Saying no. Saying no is what cool is all about." Matt is Mateo Cates. He's an INTP. He's my real life. He's one of two real life INTP friends I have, and I've known him for a long time. He's 38, 37, 36, somewhere right in there. Can you play with him? Well, he's very INTP esque. He doesn't have a whole bunch of public shit out there to comment on stuff. Probably more of his stuff here on my site than there is on his own sites. I've tried to put up some of his shit. It's in a playlist on the front page called. Oh, yeah, okay, I'll hook you up. Hold on, I'll find you something particularly good. Matt's a very, very cool INTP in the sense that he's really non-expressive. The only time he's expressive emotionally is when he's performing. Then he's expressive, but the rest of the time it's like he's heavily detached. Let's see. Here, check out this. Well, Metascope checks out Mateo Cates' hit single "White Men Don't Name Their Babies Jesus" which I highly recommend to any viewers here as well. It's in the Mateo Katsu playlist. #1 song in the playlist there. Go ahead and watch it. Appreciate its glory. And check back with me. And in the meantime, we'll end this video with a fond adieu. And we're going to dip it in some fondue.